Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I will do the setup for July in my baby bullet journal for my baby Bonnie. And the theme that I have chosen for July are bumblebees and a jar of honey and some flowers and some hexagons with honey inside. I wanted something cute, something like representing summer, and I stumbled across another big YouTuber that does bullet journaling, and her viewers was wishing for bumblebees, so I got the idea from there. So I start to color. Lots of the colors, or the colors I mainly will use, are orange, yellow and black. And you see here I made the first mistake where I colored on top of the wing. And while I was coloring, I was thinking on how I could solve it, and you will see later what I did. These hexagons I just draw by free-hand. Of course, I had to erase a lot and adjust them. They are not perfect. And I have an idea that I will actually check how to draw easily hexagons if you want to do the same theme. And I will make a video of that. I thought these bumblebees were very cute. I was, of course, googling what different types of bumblebees people were drawing. I wanted something with eyes, but still I wanted them to have a clean look to them. And I thought these ones were perfect. So they were the ones I was going for. You can see also, if you saw my other bullet journal for my own that video for my own bullet journal, I found this thin liner in my box of pens, which I'm happy for, because the thick pen that I use there I haven't been happy with the result when I use that outlining my pictures. And for the flowers, I choose to just make them white to stick with the color scheme a bit, not to disturb with another color. One thing that I was thinking of while coloring this was what color I would use for the honey jar. I don't have a brown pen, so I was guessing should I have blue or purple or pink. I chose pink because that was the closest to orange, and you will see that when I'm outlining I try to hide a little bit the pink by doing thin lines later, so the pink color is more like a shade. There you see the lines that I'm doing. Also, another thing that I have been thinking of, oh well, before I say that, so this is the first page for July, and next spread is the monthly setup. I had the same setup in June. This is the only view over days. I don't have any weekly spread or for the days, because right now I'm on maternity leave. I do things during the days, but it's not that I need to write them down. So this monthly spread is absolutely enough for me. You can see I made a mistake also on this page. I don't know where I had my mind, but on the top there you see a line sticking out to the left on both pages. So I saw it and I was like, gosh, Åsa, what have you done? And I was trying to figure out how to solve that. And here on this page or spread I do bigger hexagons, just to have some variation. So what I was going to say is that in my videos I have this view where you see the full spread, and sometimes or quite often I also zoom in. I start to think that the zoom ins are not as pleasant or soft to look at. I almost like this full view better, but please let me know in the comments what you think and prefer, and I will try to edit the videos in your preferred way. Also, my second mistake, this is the month of mistakes, it seems like, is, you see, 9 months. Where did the H go? And when I sketched it, I didn't see it, and when I filled it in with black, I didn't pay attention to it. I discovered it later. So you will see also how I try to fix that. I had a very nice time coloring this. I think my mind was wandering. I was thinking of midsummer that we celebrate here in Sweden. I was thinking of our weekend. I also had the baby in the background. My boyfriend, of course, took care of her. And they were playing and she was laughing. So it's like it was a lot of activity around me, and also my mind was drifting. So there were some mistakes done, but that's okay. In this picture I make some honey floating out on the ground or on the floor from the honey jar. I thought that was cute. The bees are producing more and more honey, or the bumblebees, sorry. And some flowers. And then I was erasing and I was trying to decide what to do with my mistakes there on the top. And I decided to do 2 small flowers and try to incorporate that little line in the petals. I think absolutely turned out okay. I didn't have a white pen to cover it or something else. So, okay, next spread is favorite words. I mean, our baby is just 9 months. She's not speaking, but we can hear her. She's training on her sounds. So basically it is what favorite sounds she has. But I picked to choose, or I wrote words because, I don't know, I wrote words. And then new things I do. It can be that suddenly she learned to stand up by herself, and I can write that for the specific month. And for this spread, it's like I combine them. So the picture of the bees and the jar and the hexagons are all over the spread. You will see it. But I start making the bumblebees here to the left. And actually also for this month, I choose to be much more careful with my drawing and more picky, making sure, because in the last ones I left some white spots while coloring. I am more of a faster drawer, like I like to sketch fast and not to make it, when I just sketch from my imagination, I do it fast. I don't do small little perfect figures, but especially, well, this style in the bullet journal, I want it to be more perfect, so I'm actually coloring slower to make sure that everything is filled and it looks neat and tidy. And here in the middle I put the jar in the middle of the spread, so the spread really looks combined. And then the hexagons in the corner there. I say hexagons because I don't know what it's called, you know, when you open the nest or when you farm bees, and they tend to be in hexagons. So I don't know what they're called, I just call them hexagons. So that's the spread. You will see it more later when I go through, flip through this when it's done. On the next spread, I start with a sleep tracker. I did also a sleep tracker for myself, and this is then for our baby. Sleep is up and down. It's not what it used to be without a baby in the family, of course. And I'm curious to see what it looks like when I start to track it. So for the baby, I will track the sleep during the 24 hours of a day. to see how her naps are developing. She's in an age now where she sleeps a little bit less sometimes during the days and so on, and we try to get her to sleep longer nights. So I do it quite simple like that. And on the next page I do a mood tracker for her. I mean, we have the happiest baby in the world, it feels like right now. Knock on wood, it can change, but nevertheless sometimes they have different phases and they go through developments. They can be more sad one day or so I want to do something fun. I make a big bumblebee and I will fill it with color for each day. And to divide the bumblebee in 31 pieces, it looks like this. So we have a special ham in Sweden that we cover with a net. It's called Castell. I don't know the word in English. It looks like a ham bumblebee. And for her I choose just to log happy and sad. I mean, I don't need to go into details trying to analyze her specific mood. Is it more a happy day or is it more like a grumpy sad day? And I tried to make 2 thicker lines in the middle just to make it more similar to bumblebee, but it still looks like this ham bumblebee. So but it's cute. On the last page I do a habit tracker, and of course, oh yeah, I will just mention, you see, whoa, the lights turn blue. What happened? Is that I had to continue color in the night. The previous pages I did during the day, and I don't have a on top ring light over my camera. So I had a sort of a studio light, quite soft one in the background, and I think when I'm leaning back and forwards I create a shadow and the camera is trying to adjust. So it becomes a little bit yellowish and bluish, but we are in the end of the video, so I hope you're okay. So the habits I want to track is reading, walking, singing, going to the activity center. Okay, I will go through them later because that was too fast. And then I went back to make some more details you see there on the honey because I thought it looked like a little bit empty. There, now it's happy. So now let's go through. First spread, love it. I think it's really cute. Next spread, the months, or the month of July. Really cute with the big hexagons. It works really well, and the bumblebees. And I covered my mistake there with the 2 flowers and the months. Favorite words and favorite things I do, combining the picture. I like it. I can write with free hands. I don't need to do a structured bullet. It can be more cute, taking notes in different colors with different pens. The sleep tracker, where I mark how she's sleeping, and the mood tracker, if she is having a happy day or is more like a grumpy sad day. The habit tracker with reading book, taking walks, singing, going to activity center, eating fish, taking a bath, how then putting to bed goes, and the sleeping. So that was everything for this video. That was the month of July in my baby bullet journal. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. And if you have any ideas what I should draw next, please let me know. I would also like to have your ideas. Take care and have a nice day. Bye!